Logan Paul versus Dillon Danis won't be close at all. Here's why. So one of the most anticipated fights since Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury is happening in October on the undercard of the huge KSI versus Tommy Fury fight. We get to see Logan for the first time in the ring competitively since his fight with KSI. We aren't going to count the Mayweather fight. And this fight should be really interesting, especially with all the internet antics from Dillon Danis. This guy's literally got 2 billion views on Twitter in the last month. So I guess it's a huge anticipation to see, will Logan be the guy to finally shut this guy up and make him pay, or will he get double clowned? In today's video, we're going to dive into and break down the reasons why I don't think this fight will be close or even competitive at all. First off, let's look at the initial stats on paper. Logan Paul with a professional record of no wins, 1 loss, height of 6'2" and a 76-inch reach. Dillon Danis with no professional boxing experience, height of 6 foot and a 72-inch reach. As we probably all know, these stats say absolutely nothing really, considering they both have some of the worst records possible. But it's important to mention that Logan does have a height and big reach advantage, which at this level of boxing is an extreme advantage, which I'm not saying that they're not good, but it's not ranked professionals with a super high skill or IQ matchup. So considering Logan takes the W on the initial fighting stats, what about experience? Well, Logan Paul, although not much fighting experience in the ring, may have some of the best experience, fighting Floyd Mayweather in an exhibition fight where he looked a lot better than his last fight, and it's likely that he learned a lot from that fight. It's fair to say Logan looks a lot better than he did just a few years ago, and I think it's because he never really stopped boxing. Yes, he hasn't actively been fighting, but I think he's been training a little bit the whole time, staying fairly consistent, and is why he looks like he's improved a lot. As for Dillon, we know he has no actual boxing experience, and the fighting experience he does have is grappling, and grappling is not boxing. He has a great grappling background, however, but still that shows nothing towards his boxing experience. They're two completely different sports. He's had 2 MMA fights and made easy work of both of them, in which he used mainly his grappling. From what we've seen of his striking, it isn't the best, and he actually didn't have great defense with his stand-up and got hit quite a lot with a stance similar to his Conor McGregor, so I think Logan definitely has the better boxing experience. Not to mention, Dillon Danis was actually a coach for Conor McGregor in grappling. Okay, let's talk on the skills of each fighter. Like I said before, Logan has seen some major improvements in his fighting game, utilizing his jab, and it's no understatement to say he's built like a powerhouse and can definitely throw a big punch, especially with it being in the family genes. He definitely did box better against Floyd Mayweather than he did against KSI, even if Floyd did make him look silly. Stylistically, he looked better and more complete of a boxer. Like I said, reach and height is an advantage for Logan, so he should definitely use it to his advantage and make the most out of his jab. But what about Dillon? Well, considering we haven't seen much of him, it can be difficult to judge, but from what we have seen, he doesn't exactly look great. But then again, a lot of MMA fighters don't look good when they get in the ring, but can be better than anticipated. Although from some sparring footage and training footage, we can see he's pretty horrible. I mean, he looks like a complete beginner and looks like he hasn't even boxed before, but who knows? Maybe he could use it to his advantage and use it as a way to get on the inside of Logan and make it a scrappy fight. So what is my prediction for this fight? And why don't I see it being a close one? Okay, so after discussing everything, it seems to me like a very unfair fight, and I do genuinely see it being a super one-sided for Logan Paul because of size, skill and experience. I think everything favors Logan in this fight, and I see him making this fight look easy and even knocking out Danis, unless Danis is able to pull something out of his bag, maybe landing one good shot. Even I don't think that will phase Logan. And even if Danis wants to get rough and tough on the inside, I don't believe it's something that Logan won't be able to deal with, as he also has a tremendous wrestling background and can work his way out of there and fight in a way that is comfortable for him. Long story short, I would be very surprised if Danis is able to make it past Logan Paul. In fact, I'd be surprised if he even turns up after his previous antics and a track record for pulling out of fights. But what do you guys think? Will Logan make easy work of Dillon Danis? Or will Danis turn up and surprise everyone with his boxing skills? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like this, hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload. That'll be all from us. We'll catch you in the next one.